We just mentioned that today, on top of SpaceX launching, HBO Max has launched. Now, they released a list the other day that we talked about on the show of this really impressive lineup of movies over the decades that there was going to be available, including all the Harry Potter films are on there right now for everybody to watch and stuff like that. But, I thought it'd be interesting to us. They also put out a list of all the DC movies. All the DC movies that are launching with it. Now, there are a couple of notable films missing. One, and probably most noticeable, is the Dark Knight trilogy isn't there. Now, eventually it'll be there. Clearly, that's just an issue that they still have licensing to other properties right now, so they'll get it eventually. But here's what they've got. All right. 1989's Batman, 92's Batman Returns, 95's Batman Forever, 1997's Batman and Robin, 1997's Steel. I know you're all going to get HBO Max, so you guys can rush out and watch Steel again. The animated 2000 film Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, 2004's Catwoman, Batman, the Gotham Knight, the 2008 animated film, the animated 2009 Wonder Woman film, the other all-time great classic, Jonah Hex, 2011's Green Lantern, 2012's Batman, The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2, the animated franchise that came out the back-to-back years in 2013. The Lego Batman DC Heroes United 2013 animated film. Then, of course, we get into the DCEU. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Suicide Squad. The animated Batman The Killing Joke, which was terrible. And the 2017 The Lego Batman Movie, which was awesome. Teen Titans The Judas Contract from 2017. Then, of course, other DCEU films, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Aquaman, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, the 2018 animated, Shazam, and, of course, Joker. These are all the things that it's launching with. Now, I mentioned, Rob, that there was, aside from the Dark Knight trilogy, there was one other kind of glaring omission there, and that is, of course, the most underrated comic book film of all time, The Man of Steel, but I'm sure that's just an issue of licensing as well. Yeah. Rob, HBO Max is coming out swinging. We talked about the other list of movies that they had. Obviously, one of the marquee things that HBO and Warner has going for them is their DC properties. What do you think about this lineup that they're coming out with?
Look, I'm really excited for HBO Max. I mean, they've got such great, talk about a deep well of programming that I'll have at my fingertips. I mean, The Wire, whatever. They're making the Green Lantern series that's supposed to have, they're saying it's going to have the very highest of production values, which excites me to no end because I'm a huge Green Lantern Corps fan. So woohoo! I'm really excited, John. The price point is right. There's so much there, movies, shows, and they're just going to keep adding more. The real question is, will I be able to watch Dream On with the great Martin Tupper? Brian Ben is the great Martin Tupper from the 90s, man. That was a show. You got old movie clips and boobs. And I'm telling you, as long as HBO puts that on HBO Max, all will be right with the world.
There's going to be an audience. Rob, I did mention, of course, that one of the big missing things, of course, they got to get the Dark Knight trilogy on there. That's got to happen. I'm sure they have their roadmap of when they're going to have. Yeah, they'll have it eventually. But the other one, of course, missing is Man of Steel. Now, that's a big deal to me, obviously, because I am a Man of Steel fanatic. I've been saying for years. As a matter of fact, let's switch over to the newest feature here on the John Campea Show, the Cavill Cam. Let's go over there right now. I am, of course, a Man of Steel fanatic. But not only, by the way, I just realized, not only do you have Cavill over here watching over the production, you can actually see in the shot, and this was not planned, you can see my shot, my Jor-El, Hot Toys
Jor-El.
Russell Crowe, and I only have 4 Hot Toys, and Russell Crowe's Jor-El is one of them. And actually,
he's flying, John. You have him posed. He's flying.
I have him posed flying because he's Jor-El.